Hi, here we have in 2010 a library contained a total of 11,500 books in two categories, fiction and non-fiction. So we are talking about the year 2010, and then we'll also be talking about the year 2015. We are talking about two types of books, fiction and non-fiction. Let's see what is the information given. So in 2010 we have a total of 11,500 books in the library, which will be either fiction or non-fiction. We'll see to that later. Now what's given further is in 2015 the library contained a total of 12,760 books. So this number, total number, becomes 12,760 in 2015. Now during this period there was a 10% increase in fiction. So fiction increased by 10%, while there was a 12% increase in non-fiction. So there was an increase of 12% in the non-fiction category. How many fiction books were there in 2015? So how many fiction books were there in 2015? This is what we need to calculate. Okay. So you can do this question in two ways. One is using simple equations, the other is using alligation. So let's look at the simple equations part first. Let's assume that the number of fiction books in 2010 is X. So the number of non-fiction will be 11,500 minus X. Or let's do one thing. Let's assume this to be X and this to be 11,500 minus X. Now why did I assume X? Because it will be easier to increase X by 12%. Otherwise I would have had to increase 11,500 minus X by 12%. So that would have been a little more calculations. Okay. So the number of non-fiction books in 2015 will be 12% more than this. So this will be 1.12x, and the number of fiction books will be 10% more than this. So 1.1 times of 11,500 minus x. Okay. And we know the total number of books is equal to 12,760. So in 2015 total books is 1.12x fiction plus 1.1 times of this. Now 11,500 plus 10% of this is 1,500. So this comes out to be 13,000. So 13,000 minus 1.1x. Okay. Sorry, it should not be 13,000. 10% of this is 1150. So 12,650. This should be 12,650. Minus 1.1x is total equal to 12,760. Okay. So we have 12,760 minus 12,650 is effectively 110, which is 1.12x minus 1.1x, which is 0.02x. So x comes out to be 110 upon 0.02, which is 11000 by 2, which comes out to be 5,500. So x here comes out to be 5,500, right? So now if x is 5,500, then what is the number of fiction books in 2010? 11,500 minus 5,500, which is 6,000. And if there are 6,000 fiction books in 2010, this number grows by 10%. So 10% of 6,000 is 600. So this will become 6,600. So number of fiction books in 2015 will be option A, 6,600. Thank you.